Yourself?
Good, good. Name?
My name's Hika Rountree, so I'm a Kiwi. Come over from New Zealand to help establish and set up Jervis Bay Mussels, so a mussel farm in Jervis Bay, which is a marine park, which was exciting. And because they had oysters and other things on their leases and their licences, that was even more appealing to me because it's polyculture. So I'm down here today on the Clyde River at Bateman's Bay with Ewan and Molly from Oyster Life, and we're stocking some Pacific oysters up to take down to Eden, and we simply drop each one into an oyster basket and then take them out to our saltwater estuaries in the deeper water, environment in the deeper water, and ocean finish them. So we'll put on 20 mil of growth in 2 or 3 months, and they take on a unique oceanic flavour, and it's very appealing to a Kiwi that's used to eating bluff oysters that are submerged in salt water all the time, but a lot of other people are enjoying them too. So we've got some exciting things happening in that market. We're excited to be working with Oyster Life and other partners in the oyster industry. So
Yeah. Cool.
may I go in and have a look?
Yeah. No, yeah. Maybe at this. I don't know where everything is. Good stuff. Yeah. Is this pretty much what you do with your mussels? Yeah.
I make like 2,000 metres up and down, up and down, up and down, all
Holy
continuously soft
Yeah, wow.
like that. And this just gets eaten away by the bacteria in the water,
Yeah.
and and the byssus thread of the mussel can eat itself to the rope.
Yeah.
And 3 to 6 weeks later, there's no cotton left. I just reverse the process for harvesting. Just pour it back onto the boat, wash the rope. A couple of big strippers, stripping the mussels off the rope and into a declumper. It goes round and round much like your oyster machines, but it's got tines and chains in it that declumps them and singulates them, and out through over the sorting belts and into 1 tonne bulk bags.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do with the oysters is automate it to be as efficient as the mussels.
Yeah.
So, you know, to give you a bit of an idea, we can harvest 4 to 5 tonne an hour of mussels if we want to. We go a little bit slower than that with the blue mussels because they're a little bit softer.
Yeah.
So we don't want to break as many. Yeah, and then the seed process is we catch our seed, spat, and 2 fold eggs, wild caught spat, and then when it's about 10 to 20 mil in length, we will strip it off the rope and singulate it in the same manner.
Yeah.
And then transport it to Jervis Bay in half-ton bulk bags. And because Jervis Bay is a marine park, we have a little bit of a translocation protocol where we have to ozone dry the mussels for a minimum of 12 hours, which is just a science way of saying take them out of the water.
Yeah.
You know? And we got to soak them in fresh water for a minimum of 2 hours. By the time we've transported them from Twofold Bay to Jervis Bay and start and do that process, soak them in fresh water. We soak them in fresh water for up to 3 hours most of the time. And by the time we've returned them to the water, it's more like 18 to 24 hours that they've been out of the water. And they also have to go over graders and sorting belts to make sure that there's no invasive species in there. So there's, wherever there's a naval base, there's invasive species. Wherever there's cruise ships, log boats, you know. So.
And then you've got the nursery down at Eden,
We've
or a nursery. One nursery, or
And we're still developing that. You know, we're just starting to develop that.
Yeah.
So just working out best ways to store. This what we're up to here has been largely experimental for us.
Yeah.
Around 12 months now we've been doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing for us with growing or on-growing ocean finishing the oysters is the way we talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's an exciting prospect for us because obviously the oysters take on a more saltier oceanic taste, much like the bluff oyster in New Zealand,
Yeah.
which some people really love. It's my particular way to eat an oyster, you know, straight out of the salt water, shuck it on the boat,
Yeah.
test it for quality, which is important.
Absolutely. That was my childhood growing up.
Breakfast,
Testing quality.
yeah, breakfast of champions, mussels and oysters for breakfast, and most of the time it helps ward the bugs away too, because you get, you know, your daily protein requirements and all the trace minerals from the land.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for us, the reason we get good growth out there is the water temperatures are largely stable, depending on the time of the year. But the animals are in the water growing, we're 24/7, whereas you know, we've got to remove them from the water for that biofouling management, not relying on the tide like some of the systems used in the intertidal areas and things.
Yeah.
Which is another element to make it a bit more challenging because obviously the conditions to remove the baskets or the infrastructure that we're using have got to come right out of the water off the farm. We're experimenting with other options and we're finalising something that we think will operate, that we can just rotate the baskets and leave them drying out on the farm.
Yeah, right.
Without removing them. We need systems that we can utilise our existing mussel boat vessels and mussel boat leases, which are set up slightly differently to intertidal stuff, the lakes, as we call them.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it?
Oh, gee. That's giving away my age. But I've been in aquaculture for 30 odd years, probably a little bit more now.
Yeah.
But my background was, in my family's background was so I started life as a commercial fisherman, and it was the scallop fishery in New Zealand that led me into aquaculture. So part of what we were doing there was catching scallops back on bags, like the Japanese do, and ranching the scallops on the seafloor.
Yeah.
And every now and again, our scallop gear would get oversettled by green lip mussel spat.
Yeah, right.
The fishing and
mussel, introduced species or something?
what's that?
Is it green lip like introduced?
No, native to New Zealand. Yeah, and that led us to so let's see if there's any water space available to farm mussels. And when it was too rough to go fishing, we'd go mussel farming with our fishing boats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was rough. It was a rough ride to get to the farm sites, but when we got there, they were in the lee of the weather, so
I
we
feel like
could.
that's really common as well. Like you hear like a lot of lobster farmers and things starting to go, oh, we'll do some seaweed or we'll do some mussels.
Oh, it's the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the reasons I took up this opportunity to come over here and set the mussel farms up
Yeah.
in Jervis Bay was simply that it's more polyculture than monoculture. So, you know, we've got oysters, seaweeds and sponges and mussels on our permits and licences.
Yeah.
Sponges.
To me is very exciting and something that we've been trying to do in New Zealand for a while. New Zealand's so big. It's hard to get any traction into
Yeah.
getting multi-species on farms. But, you know, for the animals' health and to whom, you know, essentially they're artificial floating reefs, you know. And I just wanted to have a crack at it. It's about the opportunity and, setting up new water space right from scratch
Yeah.
was something, you know, I've done before, but it's always exciting and the challenge of it all. And so I'd farmed Pacific oysters on our mussel leases in New Zealand in the past, and we had a crack at growing bluff oysters, bluff dredge oysters on our mussel farms at one part of it as well, but the labour intensive effort at the time and the very basic equipment we were using where we farm mussels there was weather dependent,
Yeah.
you know, really rough sites. So the oyster farming equipment they were using in the tidal areas at the time, we tried to use that on the farm. The first good blow through the face would destroy everything, we'd lose it. So.
Yeah.
And then as we increased our mussel production, it was, you know, we're starting to have other vegetables, more vegetables, the oysters as well.
Yeah.
So it sort of fell by the wayside for a few years, but it's quite big in New Zealand again now, especially in some of the sheltered areas, the Marlborough Sounds and the Coromandel and some of the harbours in the North Island. Pacific oyster culture is quite. You guys can flip farm, and you know that, as you know, that was developed in the Marlborough Sounds by Aaron and his team. Very clever, and it's a wonderful looking system.
It just looks like magic.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, whoa,
Yep.
crazy.
Well, the Australians and the Kiwis all share a similar number 8 wire electrical tape, zip tie type mentality that,
Yeah.
you know, with the very basic stuff we can fix anything and keep our operations going forward.
Yeah.
And that's something I've enjoyed working over here in Australia as well.
Yeah.
Witnessing how other people go about their business and learning from them.
Yeah.
I'm right into the learning. You know, if someone's doing something better than we're doing, you know, my ego doesn't stop me from
Yeah.
pirating their idea
Yeah.
and using it, and you know, that leads to improvements too. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely the best way to be. Open mind.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole thing, working out Mother Nature, enjoying, you know, even the worst day at sea's better than a good day off. You know. The Pacific oysters in particular has been a quick animal to turn over, grow, and not necessarily focusing on the shell quality, but the meat quality to utilise in other products that, you know, the health food industries and supplements and things like that.
Yeah.
It's not all about just supplying good quality seafood to, you know, restaurants and wholesalers.
When did you come to Australia?
I've been here 6 years
Yeah.
in October this year,
Yeah.
but I still live in New Zealand. My family still lives in New Zealand. Some of the boys that work in the mines and the offshore rigs,
Yeah.
I fly in, fly out. So I spend around two to 3 months here at a time,
Yeah.
and then go home for 3 or 4 weeks, see
Yeah.
the family. Sometimes they come out here and visit me. And yeah,
Yeah.
to be honest, I've been here a lot longer than I intended.
Yeah.
Initially I was only coming over for a couple of years, but it's taken a little bit longer to develop everything. And we're still developing. It's like any aquaculture business, you just keep on expanding. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought the whole family might have moved down here.
Pardon me?
I thought the whole family might have moved down here.
Yeah, well, one of my kids was still at school when we came out here. The other one was just starting out in his first mortgage. And, my wife's parents were elderly. My father died a few years ago, but my mum's still around. It's a little bit hard. Plus, I enjoy home. You know?
Yeah.
So, where I'm from over there is like Bateman's Bay down here in Jervis Bay, and all very beautiful places. Around like national parks, and the fishing's outstanding. So it's been great. See how other people operate,
Yeah.
learn from them, learn from my own mistakes here, understanding the water that we're farming, because it's productive water, but along with the production, with the productive shell growth, everything else wants to grow
Yeah.
as well. So you don't get your densities right, or don't get your dry times right, all cause you problems moving forward. So
Yeah.
it's about refining those techniques and those numbers as you and your teams, your use of apps and artificial intelligence and
Yeah.
I'll explore every tool available to
Yeah.
make our operations as efficient as possible. But it's enlightening to meet people like you and see what they've been up to. They're not just happy to sit back and be a traditional oyster farmer. to get amongst it and use everything at your disposal. That can improve your efficiency and your turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you got the systems in place that make it as easy as possible for your staff to get through their daily duties. Well, that then translates into efficiency and profitability at the end of the day, and less staff turnover. Less staff turnover equals bloody consistency, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So
we're on the home run now. On the home run now, and this is Ewan's first go at this. Well, you can already see that the old boy's bending down in the knees far too much.
yeah.
And I'm expecting Ewan to come up with a better system. You know?
Yeah.
Good squats for you.
Oh, yeah.
Keep your mobility up.
I've got a suggestion around these socks when we're finished, and I'll show you.
You can tell him not to get him off Temu.
No.
I'm interested to see if we've got the exact amount of socks. See how close we get. Shane, Wade, and Zipka all went out from the other side, so we know we've got 7 over 20 stuff in here.
And Shane's one of your staff.
Yeah, actually, he's pretty much. So what he does is he weighs and counts them, so when they go out in the flip farm, they're already pre-counted.
Yeah.
And then he gets the harvest direct. Those big decisions.
What do you guys use to like track your efficiency and stuff?
I also use an app.
Yeah.
Well, I use several apps actually. So we use one app called Seaflux, which is our safe ship management app on the message. You know, logs all the staff details, like a paper log, you know,
Yeah.
your startup procedures, all your SOPs for
Yeah.
harvesting, seeding, incident reports, health and safety, all that sort of thing. And then we use a number of weather apps, like everybody else does.
Yeah.
And we also use a mussel app to farm our mussels.
Yeah.
That's predominantly what we do.
Yeah. At least you've gone past spreadsheets and whiteboards.
Yeah, spreadsheets and whiteboard. I'm not a spreadsheet person. Anyway, my head doesn't work that way. I'm a practical type of fella.
Yeah.
So, yeah, many of my colleagues back home that I've worked with in the past and that, when they've come here to visit me or I visit them back home, they have a little bit of trouble comprehending my use of apps and tablets and things that, because before I came here I didn't drive a computer.
Yeah, right.
I only had a cell phone reluctantly back then, but I've had to get taught how to use them and be more efficient, and you know, I could see the benefit in them making what we do more efficient.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, you know. The more efficient we can be, the more profitable we are, and then you can't join it. At the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing, feeding our families, keeping them alive. We've had a tremendous uptake from our staff too, with the visual compliance through Seaflux. It's not just a tick and flick, you know.
Yeah.
All the drills we actually and all the drills. Easy to add a photo to record what's happened
Yeah.
than it is to write it down, you know.
Yeah.
the old adage of a photo says 1,000 words, or however it goes.
Yeah.
The same with you and Zach, the ocean farmer, the same with the mussel that I use. We can add plenty of photos to them and they're there in the history forever. So,
Yeah.
We've had our mussel out hooked up to Windy as well, so the algorithms are calculating all that data that largely gets forgotten or goes unseen.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, it puts it all together and starts telling us which lines are best, the mussels,
Yeah.
what spat size was best,
Yeah,
where we
okay.
get the best growth, how long we should keep it there before it gets fouled by barnacles and other marine organisms. There's some of the very, very bountiful water that we've had.
Yeah.
The growth rate is outstanding. We get 4 to 5 millimetres of growth a month through the warmer times, and it settles down around 3 millimetres,
Yeah.
which allows us to get a mussel out in around 12 months from catching it. Catching it to harvesting it, which is great when it works like that. Some years are slower than others. We all understand we're working with Mother Nature. She loves to put obstacles in our faces. Our oyster side of our business to be as mechanicalised and efficient as the mussels. So we have these sorts of machines on the boats. We have graders and seeding machinery, as well as harvesting machinery on the mussel boats, and there's no reason why we can't have all the oyster equipment on the boat. So that sort of stuff is all done on board,
Yeah.
which can be happening all the different standing farms and just utilising the staff, less transportation costs, less logistics. You know, we're delivering everything in bulk bags, it just becomes more efficient, and our staff, just like human staff, on mussel oyster farms, invent systems and come up with ideas to improve efficiency, at least weekly, sometimes daily.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate to have some really good people in our business that think outside the school, which is usually the case with people involved with aquaculture of any form, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they're all people that are drawn to the industry because they can see ways to innovate and improve. That's what gets me getting out of bed every day.